Side Hustle Slim Jim here. I am in the middle of building a faceless YouTube channel. So it's a completely AI generated YouTube channel, and it's about visions from the Bible. You can look back, this is video 3 in the series. So I created the channel in video 1. I created kind of a trailer video in video 2. This episode, we'll call it an episode, I am building Ezekiel chapter 1, that whole vision. And I'll show the video at the end. This was quite an undertaking. You know, it gave me a new, when I looked at some of these faceless YouTube channels that were all AI generated, I thought, well, that's, get rich quick scheme. That's going to be pretty easy. It's actually not easy to get AI to do what you want it to do. For now, AI does not replace human work. It's a tool that you have to kind of know how to use. So this is really important to keep in mind. I've been telling people AI is not going to take people's jobs, but people who know how to use AI are going to take people's jobs who don't know how to use AI. It's just a tool. So I will walk you through creating this video. I'll show you the video at the end. It's about 3 minutes, 30 seconds. It's not completely how I envisioned it to be. I spent I'd say I spent probably 3 or 4 hours working on this. So I definitely could have gotten a better product if I put more time into it, but I'm fairly happy with how it is. And it's a learning experience for me. So again, episode 1, we created our channel. We called it Throne Room. We currently have 31 subscribers, so, well on our way. My goal is to get this to $500 a month in revenue is what I'm after. What if you could see the visions that this is And if you missed it in video 2, I put together this trailer. I won't show the whole thing. I'll leave a link down below, but just kind of basically using Midjourney to generate images and then using Runway to kind of animate them. So for this first vision video, I wanted to do Ezekiel chapter 1. So this is Ezekiel. He's a prophet. He gets this vision. I've read the vision many, many times, but it's very hard to visualize what he's talking about. So then originally, I wanted this to kind of just play like a movie, like you're Ezekiel watching in the movie. Way too complicated, way too hard, costs way too much, and I'll talk about that a little bit. Cost is very prohibitive with AI right now. I don't know that this will always be the case, but for now, it's very expensive, especially video generation. So the first thing I did was I took Ezekiel 1, I sent it into Claude, and I kind of tried to get their suggestion for how should I approach this? What tools are out there? What's going to be the most cost-effective way to do this? And consensus was kind of to use Runway ML, which I'll leave a link to this tool, but they have access to VO 3.1, which is probably the best video right now, video generation. And then Gen 4 is not as good, but it's cheaper. So my original plan, I went into Claude and I kind of gave it Ezekiel 1. I said, hey, put this together into, a short film that shows the video, that shows the vision really well. So, and the first thing that they wanted to do was to get an Ezekiel character. So I'm going to probably do a few of the visions from Ezekiel. So they gave me some prompts to generate on Midjourney, which Midjourney is amazing. Okay, I think Midjourney is the best picture generation, and it's cheap too. And you can also animate these images, and it does like a video generation as well. So Midjourney, if I could go back, I might do the whole thing in Midjourney, but I'll kind of show you some of the results of what I got. But did a few prompts just to get different ideas for Ezekiel. I did a community poll, and this was the one right here. This is Ezekiel. That's pretty good. So I saved that, and one nice thing you can do in Midjourney is you can take a character and you can save him as a character. So you can generate him in other poses, things like that. You can do that on Runway also. You can upload a character, and then it'll kind of keep that character consistency. And this is new in AI. What used to happen in AI is if you generated something, the next time you generated something, it was completely different. But, character recognition and keeping the same characters, which is key if you're going to make a video or something like that, that's gotten a lot better. So, but then they had me take that same character and generate him in a few different poses for this video. And some look better than others. Again, if I had more time, I would probably really go, clip by clip and really hone it in quite a bit if this was going to be like my full-time job. But this is Side Hustle Slim Jim, not full-time job Jim. Okay? But so I got some Ezekiel poses, some characters, and all that on Midjourney. I'm on the basic plan, which is $10 a month. Okay? And I didn't even come close to hitting any of my limits, and I generated a lot of images. So yeah, it looks like the $10 a month plan, you get 200 images a month, okay, which is quite a bit. If you go up a plan, you can get HD video, which actually probably would have made it look better. I didn't use a lot of Midjourney video. I'll kind of show you what I ended up doing. But so far, total cost, $10 a month. Again, I want you to follow along. Maybe this is something you want to do with your family, some kind of AI-generated channel. Maybe you've wanted to get on YouTube, but you haven't wanted to put your face on camera. Let's do it with AI. So the next thing I needed was a voice. This would be Ezekiel's voice for like voiceover. I could have recorded it myself. I could have tried to do an accent, but that would not be good. So I'm using 11 Labs. That's kind of the leader right now for audio generation. And I just looked for kind of a Middle Eastern accent. And so they have voices that exist, like actual voice actors. You can also generate a voice. So here's what happened when I found this voice, which I thought sounded okay.
Gratitude is riches. Complaint is poverty.
But then I actually used their AI voice generator. I had a prompt: Middle Eastern Hebrew accent, aged prophet, contemplative and reverent, witnessing divine visions, speaking with gravitas and wonder. Claude put this together. But listen to this voice.
The desert wind whispers secrets, doesn't it? I've seen many sunsets, but none quite like this.
Yeah, I mean, and I thought that sounded pretty good. It's a little echoey. So again, if I was going to do this super professionally, I might clean that up a little bit. Incidentally, here's the James Pelton voice on 11 Labs.
Great leader grows like a tree, steady and nurturing.
That sounds just like me. And that's something I would say.
A great leader grows like a tree, steady and nurturing.
A great leader grows like a tree, steady and nurturing. Can you even tell the difference? So I took that voice, the one we generated, and then I just took all of Ezekiel 1. I'm using the New Living Translation because it reads a little bit better. But I basically just took all of Ezekiel 1 and just had him narrate the whole chapter. And again, originally I was thinking maybe I'd do it more like a movie and I would like plan out the scenes, but I just don't have time to do that. Okay, so I did the whole chapter, downloaded that into some MP3 files. It's pretty cheap to get those generated, and you can just download them over here. So doing the whole chapter and generating some voices, I only used 5,000 credits, and I'm paying $5 a month. So audio generation is pretty cheap. Video generation is expensive. Audio pretty cheap. So total cost so far $15 a month, and right now I have my images of Ezekiel and I have my audio of the whole chapter. So now I need to start generating the video. So we're using Runway ML, which gives you access to VO3, which gives you access to VO 3.1, VO 3, Gen 4 Turbo, and Gen 4. And originally I was on this standard $15 a month plan, which gets you 625 credits. And the first thing I did was I generated with VO 3.1. VO 3.1 is amazing. So I gave it a prompt from Claude. So this is what VO 3.1, ancient Hebrew prophet sitting on rocky riverbank, yada, yada, yada. It even has audio that comes with it. I mean, that looks pretty good. The audio is really nice. So this was working really well. The problem was on that, standard plan, you get 625 credits, and that initial video of Ezekiel costs 300 credits to generate. So, and in Claude, we had put together 37 clips that we wanted for this Ezekiel 1 vision. So what's 37 times 300? So I needed about 11,000 credits. And as you can see, the $35 a month gives you 2,200 credits a month. They do have an unlimited plan, which I thought, well, that'll be perfect then. But the unlimited plan does not give you VO 3.1. It just gives you Gen 4, which I'll show you the results from Gen 4. It's not nearly as good. But Gen 4 is basically you upload an image and then it will animate it for you. So what I ended up doing to save money was I upgraded to an unlimited plan, which is $95 a month. And then I used Midjourney to generate the images for each clip. And then I used Gen 4 to animate them. And some of the results are okay. Like here's one clip. Gen 4, though, I found mainly just kind of zooms in and out. It doesn't actually animate anything in the image. So the results are not quite as good as I was hoping they would be. Like this is an example. I generated this image with Midjourney, but then to animate it, Gen 4 really just kind of zooms around. It didn't really do that much. So I have unlimited Gen 4 generations, but they didn't work. I mean, they were okay. And some were better than others. But I generated all 37 of these clips that we needed. I made images for each of them in Midjourney, and then I used Gen 4 on Runway to animate them. And through that process is where I found out you could actually animate things on Midjourney, and I think it actually looks better. So here is like the 4 beasts. It generated the image, but then it animates it also. And I think it does a better job than Gen 4. So I think maybe for my next video, if you guys have any tips or things you want me to try, tools you want me to try, Midjourney's a lot cheaper. And I think I could have just done this instead of Gen 4, not worried about a Runway plan. As prices go down, using VO 3.1 is what's going to give the best results, but it's just too, it would have cost me $1,000 to make this video. So I generated all 37 clips. It was quite a bit of work just keeping straight. Okay, where does all this go? Then I used Camtasia this time. This is my video editing software that I've used forever for YouTube. But I put in the audio track here. So I just downloaded straight from 11 Labs and just put it here on track 3. And then I had to kind of match up the images to match up with what the audio was saying. So use the audio as kind of the core, and then the video clips can vary based on how long you need them to last. So like here's the beginning.
31st of my 30th year, while I was with the Judean exiles beside the Kibar River in Babylon, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God.
So I could have done lip syncing with Ezekiel. If I could go back and make a V2, like I might make him actually talking to the camera. That wouldn't be too hard to do. But, just you run out of time on some of these things. So that's basically what I did. I put in the audio here. I put in the clips to line up with the audio where they needed to go, all 37 of them. And Claude was super helpful. Like Claude kind of said, okay, here's the words and then which clip you want to put with which words. But I had to go back and forth a little bit and, redo a couple because they didn't make any sense at all. And I still don't think it was perfect, but I put about 3 hours into it. So then in Camtasia, between each of the clips, I just drug a transition here. And I like just doing fade, just a normal, calm transition. I just drug that. So between each of the video clips, it kind of fades out and fades into the next one. So it's not jerking around. So then as you can tell, I put in background music also. And this is kind of a fun tool that I found. It's called Suno, but for free. I just put in a prompt for, hey, I have Ezekiel's vision. I'm making a video. Can you give me some instrumental music for it? And Suno, which I'll leave a link to this is a cool tool. It AI generates some image, or it AI generates some music, which I might do a full video on Suno because I think it's pretty cool, but I actually got a James Pelton theme song generated on Suno.
Yeah, new tab, new plan. Cornfields, coffees, camera flash. If the Wi-Fi hiccups, we still get it done. This is the James Pelton theme song.
Let me skip forward to the chorus. The chorus is the best part. I might put this at the end of my videos. Ready? Ready for this chorus? Ring that bell on. James Pelton, say the name's catchy twice his music is happy. James Pelton, James Pelton. See? Don't you think I should end each video with that? Kas, my video editor. Let's work on this. So anyways, I generated some background music, cinematic, instrumental, orchestral, epic orchestral. So then I just dropped that in underneath, and then I was basically done. So then the video is complete, and I'll show you that video here in just a second, what I came up with. Again, about 3 minutes, 30 seconds long. But then I needed a thumbnail, so I decided they gave me a Midjourney prompt in Claude, and I generated an image for the thumbnail. I actually decided I liked to use this of the beast with 4 heads. And you can see sometimes, it's supposed to have 4 heads, a cow, a lion, an eagle, and a human. And you can see some of them, like that didn't work at all. That's a little bit better. This is the one I went with, but there's actually not a cow. I don't know, maybe this front one's a cow, but it was the best that I could get it to do. But that's a pretty cool image. So I took that and I went into Canva, and then you can have a template, and I just did YouTube thumbnail. I took one of these random templates and I just threw my image in there instead and changed the text to say Ezekiel 1. Or Ezekiel's vision is the text that I put on the thumbnail. You can see it there. And then this was just all Claude generated all this. So a title, description, what tools that I used. I'm going to create a new playlist for Ezekiel For YouTube, if it's AI generated, they have a section here, altered content, and you put yes, this is AI generated. Tags that Claude gave me to get views, and then you get it launched. So I will put a link to this video. Please go watch it and subscribe to the Throne Room channel. We're up to 31 subscribers. Goal is to get it monetized, and hopefully maybe we can get to $500 a month. That's kind of my goal. Let me go ahead and show you the video we came up with. And then one last thing I'll do after that is I'll show you how we're going to generate some YouTube shorts to try and get more views on the channel, get some more views on this video. But first, let's watch the video that I put together.
On July 31st of my 30th year, while I was with the Judean river in Babylon, on July 31st of my 30th year, while I was with the Judean exiles beside the Kibar river in Babylon, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. The Lord gave me this message. I, Ezekiel, son of Buzi, a priest, beside the Kibar river in the land of the Babylonians, and I felt the hand of the Lord take hold of me. As I looked, I saw a great storm coming from the north, driving before it a huge cloud that flashed with lightning and shone. There was fire inside the cloud, and in the middle of the fire glowed something like gleaming amber. From the center of the cloud came 4 living beings that looked human, except that each had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and their feet had hooves like those of a calf, and shone like burnished bronze. Under each of their 4 wings, I could see human hands. Each had a human face in the front, the face of a lion on the right side, the face of an ox on the left side, and the face of an eagle at the back. The living beings looked like bright coals of fire or brilliant torches, and lightning seemed to flash back and forth among them. And the living beings darted to and fro like flashes of lightning. As I looked at these beings, I saw 4 wheels touching the ground beside them, 1 wheel belonging to each. The wheels sparkled as if made of beryl. All 4 wheels looked alike and were made the same. Each wheel had a second wheel turning crosswise within it. The rims of the 4 wheels were tall and frightening, and they were covered with eyes all around. When the living beings moved, the wheels moved with them. When they flew upward, the wheels went up too. The spirit of the living beings was in the wheels. So wherever the spirit went, the wheels and the living beings also went. Spread out above them was the surface like the sky, glittering like crystal. Beneath this surface, the wings of each living being stretched out to touch the other's wings, and each had 2 wings covering its body. As they flew, their wings sounded to me like waves crashing against the shore, or like the voice of the Almighty, or like the shouting of a mighty army. Above the surface was something that looked like a throne made of blue lapis lazuli, and on this throne high above was a figure whose appearance resembled a man. From what appeared to be his waist up, he looked like gleaming amber, flickering like a fire. And from his waist down he looked like a burning flame, shining with splendor. All around him was a glowing halo, like a rainbow shining in the clouds on a rainy day. This is what the glory of the Lord looked like to me. When I saw it, I fell face down on the ground.
Okay, so that's what we got. So, I think it's pretty good for, about 3 hours of work, I would say. Definitely could improve it. I could make a V2. Let me know in the comments what you would like. You want me to make a V2? You want me to go do another vision? You want me to do Isaiah's vision from Isaiah 6, or we could do Revelation 1? Let me know what you'd like in the comments. One more thing I wanted to show you is Clip. You can put a link to a video, and it will just generate some clips that you can use as YouTube shorts. So I'm just going to pick a couple of these. I'll do 3 of them. And then it auto picks where the best clips are, and then it will auto edit it to make those clips. So, I could go do this manually, but again, I've put too much time into this. I got apps to build, got other side hustles to try, I got a family. So if I find AI tools like HiClip that can do this for me, I'm going to take advantage of that. So I downloaded, one of those videos here. I'll probably do all 3 of these. You can do with subtitles or without subtitles, but I do want to show you with Comet browser. This is a browser I'm using, but watch this. So I can upload a video. I'm going to go upload video, and I'm going to do one of those shorts that I used. Then look for, you can use Assistant. So this is basically AI built right into the browser. I'm going to do a video completely on the Comet browser because this has changed my workflow for a lot of stuff. But I'm going to tell it, and it has access to your web browser. So I'm uploading a YouTube short to get more subscribers to my Throne Room channel and to get more views on my Ezekiel 1 video. Please add the best title, description, and tags to YouTube to get the most possible views on this short and most subscribers. And then go ahead and schedule the short to go out. So then it goes to work and it actually will interact. You can see it kind of takes over the browser here. And you can pause it if you want to take control. It'll actually fill in these fields with what it thinks. And it uses GPT and Claude in the background. So I'm going to leave a link to Perplexity also. They have the Comet browser. And this has been a game changer. Basically, AI can just do your to-dos for you. And some things I'm faster at, like it's thinking, is this made for kids or not? I don't know if it put in the tags because I had to click more. So sometimes you have to help it. It is generated content. Where are the tags? Go ahead and add tags, the best tags to this YouTube short to get the most possible views on the short. Voila. So just went ahead and added tags. So again, just can save a lot of time. I'm going to add a related video and I'm just going to schedule this to go out a little bit later. I'm recording this on the 3rd. So we'll say like 5 p.m., we'll say 6:30 p.m. So, and you can repeat that for the other shorts. So I'm going to do a separate video on the Comet browser. It's changed my life, made life a lot easier for me. So there we have it. Again, I wanted to walk through this process. Just maybe this is something you want to do. Maybe you and your kids want to make an AI generated channel. This is all the rage right now. There's some people making a lot of money. It's not quite as easy as I thought it would be. It's not just go put in a prompt and then you got a video out. But that's actually good because that means it won't be as saturated. You know, if it was as easy as just putting a prompt out there, everybody would do it, right? But it takes some work. Hard work brings profit. Mere talk leads only to poverty. So please like, subscribe. If you want me to follow more AI stuff, please let me know which vision I should do next. God bless you guys. Really had a lot of fun doing this. Appreciate you and have a great rest of your day.
Tap that thing and ring that bell.